Good Wednesday morning. Very, 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 very cold today. We had a light fluffy snow yesterday starting out, and then started raining after that. Everything's frozen up. I cleaned off the vehicles as much as I could yesterday afternoon when things calmed down. This is all frozen up. I'm not going to get into that today. I shoveled all this yesterday. Again, heart attack snow. It started out as fluffy snow, and I couldn't snow blow it. It was about 3 inches. Fortunately, not that much, but it rained on it and became slushy. And while it was slushy, I cleaned it up as much as I could. Then I cleaned off my car really good. And these door handles get frozen. And I don't like the sound of... That's locked right now. So I'm going to get some penetrating oil and stick it in here. I don't want to use WD-40. That's water displacement. That's what the WD stands for, water displacement. They claim it's not a lubricant, but it is a lubricant. But I got some good penetrating oil. I just put it into here, not in the lock. I never used the lock. I used the electric. But I got in. I cleaned the car off yesterday while the snow was soft and kind of slushy, and I made sure it was cleaned up good around here, because where it happens, it freezes in here. And this morning when I got up, there was a coating of ice on here. Not real bad because I cleaned it, but the windshield wipers were frozen right to the windshield. And with these, you push them up, but you just barely touch them and they slam down. So I don't really like to put the windshield wipers up because they have never fallen down yet, but if you get a high wind, it could cause them to crash down on the windshield. And that wouldn't be too good if they were loaded with ice. So these were frozen. I had to put the defroster on and run the car for a half hour. And I got this one free, and this one was still frozen. So I managed to take my squeegee and clean the rest of the windshield, because I didn't dare turn the wipers on, because this one I got free, this one I couldn't. It's free now, finally. But it would have burnt the motor out or the fuse out or whatever. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the shed and I'm going to spray these mechanisms in here, because this door handle didn't sound right this morning. It sounded like it didn't feel right, even though I got in and everything. You can see, I'm glad I did what I did here on the driveway. Again, I had to do it by hand. Basically, it was a little bit easier just pushing it. I had to lift a little bit, but not too bad. I cleaned off the big van, but only the windshield and the side windows. And it makes it a lot easier. Let's see what the propane is. We're getting concerned about the propane. That heat's on all the time now. Looks like it's, 35%. I'll look at the video when I get back. I'm looking at this thing upside down, but if I go on the other side, I can't see it at all. Alright. It's all frozen up. I managed to clean the deck off yesterday, too. I'm glad I did all that. But hate putting sand on the new wood. I'll tell you why, but I'm going to have to. But I'll tell you why I hate to put sand on it. Because the sand gets between the boards and stays there, and you can't get it out. In the warm weather, it's still there, and it promotes rot, I think. Not going to be doing anything in the shop. My item is still on its way. It's not supposed to get here until the 19th. Let's see what the temperature is. And today, I think, is the 17th. Yeah. Oh, it's very cold out here. Doug, I watched your video. You're telling me that it's 0 out or something like that. No, I worry about that. It's cold enough. I don't need to be any colder than that. But it's going to get cold. Better watch where I walk here. I don't have a lot of sand this year. And the door sticks down here. Okay. What the heck did I come in here for? Isn't that something? Do you ever do that? You go in and get something, whether it be your shed or the next room, and you can't remember, and sometimes you have to retrace your steps. I know what I come in there for. I didn't need to go into the main shed. I needed to go into the side shed to get the penetrating oil. This is my sandbox. And unfortunately, I didn't fill it this year. And I think the bags are 60 pounds now, and I'm so damn weak I can't even lift those anymore, and I don't want to get another hernia. I'm weak as hell. I don't know. What? I'm coming apart. I ran the snow shovel down because I couldn't run the snowblower, so when it was soft, I did that yesterday, late morning, because it was a powdery snow. We don't have much on the roof, but it's very, very cold. You know, when you live in a mobile home, you got to worry about pipes freezing, and we got new heating tape on there and insulation. My plumber put that in. But when you lose power, you got no heating tape. So, I got the generator, but, the generator's always going to run so long. I'm so worried about losing power around here. All right, now we're going to the other shed. I was thinking, so what do I need to go in here for? I don't need to go in here. So I just sanded this so I don't go slipping and sliding here. Nope, I didn't have to use a snowblower. Let's see now. I got WD-40. I got the good WD-40 without the nozzle that these things here, they don't empty completely out. Let's see, what do I got here? That says silicone, but that seems to be oil-based instead of silicone. Lubricant. This is what I want to use on the windows. On the windows. On the I'm getting too old for this stuff. On the door handles. I never had to do this before, but sometimes they're frozen so bad that I feel like I'm going to break the plastic, and I feel like I'm going to break off the because everything's plastic now in these cars. And I cleaned all around the door handles yesterday. And I'm gonna put this camera down a minute. Okay, that sounds a lot better. It sounded crunchy and everything else before. This one's still locked, but it feels better. So I sprayed in here, and both of them, and of course I wiped it as much as I can, but I gotta go hit it again. Cars take a beating when you don't have a garage. So that takes care of that. I might as well go over and hit the big van too, I guess. Of course, the doors are frozen on the gaskets. This button usually freezes in here, but I didn't open this. I could force it, but there's no point to it. At least the sun's out. At night we turn our heat down to 65 and turn up about 75 in the daytime. I don't know how anybody can keep it any colder than that. Well, you know, when you got a workshop out in the shed, unless I run Mr. Heater, which will only run on low about an hour, maybe a tiny bit more. They claim 4 hours. That's a lot of crap. That can get pretty expensive. And no, I'm not going to run an external bottle on that. See that bottle right there on the grill, which I haven't used since 2009? That bottle's no longer usable. I guess you can't use them anymore. Anyways, I hope they come with propane this week, because Friday is going to be really, really cold. Really cold. A lot worse than it is now. So, well, I figured I'd make this video. So I'm figuring that package probably will be here the 19th. It'll sit in the shed, and I'm not even going to open it until next week, probably, when it gets more mild, because there's nothing worse than sitting in freezing trying to work on something. You know, you're shivering and trying to keep warm, and we don't want to lose power, because if we lose power, you know, the power flickered the other day, and it wasn't hardly any wind at all. I'm glad we didn't get a heavy snow anyways. That's one good thing. We won't have to worry about roof collapsing. Alright, I just figured I'd throw this video out to you. So today, I got out. Yesterday I didn't get out at all. So this morning I got out after a very long warm-up. Alright. I gotta get in the house. My hands are freezing.
Now, your NBC Connecticut Storm Tracker forecast with meteorologist Rochelle J.
All right, folks, let's take you out to New Hartford at sweet sundown with a lake in the snow. Pretty good day to get out if you can. I've seen a few people heading down the slope so far this morning. But it's icy for today if you are heading out for any reason, so just watch for slippery spots. We're going to have temperatures through the day today staying below freezing. It's going to be cold with below normal temps for the rest of the weekend, even heading into part of the weekend. And then our next chance for some natural snow out there is going to come later this week on Friday. Temperatures out there right now, this is the air temperature, anywhere between about 19 and 25 degrees, and it won't rise too much from there. We've got some wind, not too terribly windy out there, but it doesn't take much with temperatures below 25 degrees to make it feel even colder out there. So we're talking wind chills in the single digits and teens through the day today, and that even includes our shoreline communities where it's typically a bit warmer, looking at high temperatures maxing out at 30, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds, but it's bright and it's sunny out there for today. So that leads to clear skies for tonight if you want to see the space station flying overhead. 613, visible for 5 minutes at a max height of 65 degrees. After this broadcast, we will have this available on our website, on our weather blog, and it's currently on my social media pages as well. Clear and cold for tonight, temps dropping back down into the teens and 20s. Future feels like temperatures waking up on Thursday morning, we're feeling between about 0 and 2.
Man.
Today, it's not going to warm up too terribly much during the day on Thursday. So that morning coffee cast, I'm calling it cold. I know I'm a little bit more sensitive to some folks, but it's going to be cold out there for tomorrow and through the day on Thursday as well. Jumping ahead to Friday, I mentioned that's our next chance for some snow showers. Looking about possibly starting after midday, heading into the early afternoon. Some scattered snow showers. Looks like they're going to be mainly on the lighter side, so some light accumulations are possible with that before things quiet down. Friday night,
I'll believe that when I see it.
Morning. Speaking of Saturday morning, it's looking like the coldest morning that we could be talking about for the week. Possible wind chills as low as 15 degrees below zero for some of our hill towns. But it's going to be a chilly start to Saturday and probably on Sunday as well. Here's a look at the exclusive 10-day forecast. You're seeing Friday night's low around 10. A little bit of wind doesn't make it feel. It makes it feel much colder. And then we could be talking about Saturday into Sunday morning, waking up with air temperatures in the single digits, making it feel all the more cold if we have a bit of wind. So let's cross our fingers that we won't have any wind for the weekend. Shoreline exclusive 10-day forecast. Lots of sunshine for today. Clouds veiled for the day tomorrow. Snow expected with light accumulations on Friday before a quiet but cold weekend ahead.